Bernstein principle, Nicholas Bernstein is a Russian motor theorist during the Cold War, like even in the 40s. This guy came up with what's called the Bernstein principle. It's probably the most important thing that I've ever heard, right? The body will organize itself for the task at hand. And I think that as a coach, we probably get in the way a lot. We got a lot of drills and they're all good and well-intentioned, but the body doesn't necessarily understand drills, especially if they're cut up into little pieces. Now I know if you're a youth coach, that certainly that might be a good starting point. But they did a study, and I thought this was pretty cool, and it was a pretty good way of understanding what Bernstein meant. They did a study with javelin throwers, world-class javelin throwers. And, so they have, a group of 4 world-class javelin throwers. They split them into 2 groups. So there's 2 and 2, right? They're equal talent. They're very good. They're world-class javelin throwers. Group 1 gets only a tape measure, right? That's it. They only get a tape measure. Group 2 gets a world-class coach, okay? And they test them at the beginning. They're very similar, right? So both groups are about the same. They test in the middle, and there's a little bit of performance increase on both sides. They test at the end. What group do you think comes out on top? It was the one with the tape measure, right? And the reason being is that coaches' words and things get in the way. The tape measure was just a clear goal, right? It was just a clear goal. It was the tape measure doesn't lie. We're just going to try to throw the javelin further and further and further. So the body organizes itself for the task at hand, and a clear goal helps. And so we'll talk about some of those things, as we move along.